Hey guys, it's me Luke.
And me, Xander, and today me and Luke are going to be doing a duo guide for the Dagannoth Kings.
In terms of stats for this guide, we recommend you have 80 attack, strength, range, magic, defense, 68 summoning, and 70 prayer. Obviously, these are only recommendations and you can do them with a lot higher, or if there's more of you, even lower. Alright, that's basically it then. Alright guys, so this is my mid-leveled setup for the Dagannoth Kings. So in terms of armor, I have you want to favour range offense bonus because that's the one that's going to be hitting the worst in terms of your armor. Like this, because armors don't give them positive attack stats and stuff. It doesn't really matter about that, and Polypore is so powerful that it doesn't matter about that. So what you really want is a range offense stat. So I'm just using Royal D'hide, Snakeskin Boots, Chromancer Gloves 10, an Archer's Ring, Blessed Spirit Shield, Rune Crossbow, Ava's Accumulator, Diamond E bolts, an Amulet of Fury, Nezi Helm, and the Greater Revenant's Aura. Obviously, this can be switched out for stuff like Carols, Glavens if you have the money, Chromancer Gloves. That's pretty much the best. Raw D'hide Vams. I would recommend Chromancer Gloves though because they give other stats as well, obviously, so that's helpful. Blessed Spirit Shield could be switched out for any other Spirit Shield, but I reckon that's probably the best one. It could be Zamrak Book, but this obviously has better defense stats. So I would recommend this. Amulet of Fury could be switched for Amulet of Glory. I would keep the accumulator. Obviously, you can have any Ava's device. If you have an attractor or an alerter, then by all means use that. And I would say Nezihelm's your best bet because it has good defense and doesn't give negative stats to any of the attack styles. In your invent, you want your Polypore Staff for killing Rex, and you want your Whip for the Ranger, and also a spec weapon. I'll use Claws. This will get quite annoying. You will have to drop potions or loot to spec. That does get very frustrating. But anyway, yeah, these things have to be done. So you want a super anti-poison plus, sorry. Just one flask will do, as you will get poisoned while you're in the caves. Then you have two Sodom brew flasks in your inventory, and and 3 overloads and 3 perennials. If you don't have overloads, then you can use supersets. So super attack, super strength, 2 of each, and probably 2 super range two normal range or extreme range, whatever you have. Obviously, this will take up a lot more inventory space, so you'd have to put some restores into your tortoise, and then obviously you'd have to lose out on some brews and restores, so you would not be able to stay there a long enough time. I would say that the overloads are almost a necessity for doing DKs, unless you're with a big team and you're in a good pattern, then you'll be fine. But other than if you're duo in or solo in, then they are needed. Obviously, super restores to restore your prayer, and if you need to brew up using the Sodome flasks, are usually after you overload. 2 spare tortoise pouches and an emergency teleport. That's pretty much it for the invent. Inside my war tortoise, I have the entire thing just full of Sodome brew flasks. Obviously, you can switch these out for vials if you'd rather save the money. Obviously, these cost a bit more for the more doses you get, but I use flasks just because I'm planning on going for a long trip. So that's pretty much all you need in terms of the inventory and setup. And now I'll move on to Xander for the high level setup.
Hi guys, Xander here, and as Luke said, I'm going to be going through my inventory and my setup as well. Our inventories, as you'll see, are pretty much identical. Top full of brews, pretty much the exact same. We've taken the same amount of overload, same amount of prayer renewals, and we're doing that because it's a duo. If it was a trio, we'd probably take an additional overload or 2 flask. Same with prayer renewals, and we'd just take more super restores. But yeah, as you can see, I'm going to be going for damage output over anything else. And I would not recommend this if you don't have over 90 defense. As you can see, my defense stats aren't the greatest. So yes, I'm going to be going for damage output all the way. So, as you can see, full void, I'm going to be wearing Glavens, Tockle, Zor Ring, Ava Accumulator, and Dragon Bolt C. These are entirely unnecessary. Me and Luke did a trick run this morning to make sure our setups worked and they were efficient, and this is not efficient, but I'm going for ridiculously high hits. I took Diamond E's this morning, which were really good. You could probably settle for Broads as a good duo if you had 2 130 pluses. I would take Diamond E's if you can, if you're doing a duo with anyone under 120, level 120. But yeah, this is unnecessary completely. I would recommend not taking these if you want to save some money, but I really do like hitting high. And my switches are just going to be simply Mage Helm and Polypore Staff, and Melee Helm and CLS, and my spec weapon is going to be Claws. I wouldn't worry about the favour towards, like favouring the ranged attack style, because I'm going to be keeping the EEK on, same with the Avers and the Glavens. That's simply because I thought, me and Luke both thought, which takes us the longest to kill, and usually takes us the longest to kill the Major. So we have favoured ranged attack for that, and to save inventory space, we've just kept it like this. So yeah, we are going to continue on with the guide now. We're going to run through the Dagannoth caves. Okie doke. Here we go. Okay guys, so there are 3 Dagannoth kings in total. There is the Dagannoth Prime, Supreme and Rex. In order, you're going to want to do Prime, then Supreme and then Rex. The Dagannoth Prime, you want to use ranged against this king, and always make sure that you protect from magic, as he is the hardest hitting king there.
The Dagannoth Supreme uses range, and you want to be using melee against it. Always make sure that your range prayer is on whenever it is spawned.
And finally, the Dagannoth Rex. You're going to want to use mage against this guy, and make sure you're protected from melee. Although if you aren't, it really doesn't matter too much if you need to use a protection prayer if you've not killed Supreme quick enough, as he doesn't actually hit that hard, but we'd still recommend you protecting melee whenever he's out.
Okay guys, so now in terms of getting there, you want to home teleport to Lunar Isles. This is a method me and Xander found earlier, which is actually really quick to get to Waterbirth.
Yeah.
Obviously, the other tactic is to use a house portal in Relica, but this is actually really fast, so we're going to use this tactic. So when you get to the Lunar Isles, you want to head to the boat in which you arrive on quest, on the docks to the east, down here. I'm going to go up to the ship and travel with the option on the captain. There you go, Captain Bentley. Okay, this brings you to Moon Clan, I believe. So you want to head out here and climb down the ladder. Like so, and down the second ladder. And there'll be a guy down here with a little boat. And you'll be, Lock RC Runner. So you want to travel back to the Fremnik province with him. Like so. And then Jarvald, travel Waterbirth. And there we go.
That is so much easier.
Yeah, it is.
Glad you thought of that one. Surprised no one, on all the guides we've watched, we've not seen anyone do that, have we?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah,
no,
so there's only really
SDSPKs did it first, guys.
Exactly. There's only one way really round to Waterbirth, so it's pretty hard to get lost at this point. You want to rest here as well, so you have full run for the next part.
Okay guys, so we're now at the Waterbirth cave entrance, and for those of you who don't know, there are 2 gates inside, which both need to be opened. This requires a minimum of 2 people, and we'll show you what you actually need to do to open these gates. There is 1 gate on the north side and 1 gate on the south, and we'll explain that now. Are you ready, Luke?
I'm ready.
Cool. You want to protect range before you go in, as there are mostly rangers down here. They aren't too high leveled, so go to the north side first. Only if this was a multi-area. Can you imagine the ranged XP you'd get here with a cannon?
I thought this was a multi-area actually.
No, not yet. Only when you run through the entire cave.
Yeah.
So this is one of the gates, guys, and we both select open.
Oh.
Wait, Luke. Come back! No, Luke. Right, yeah, you want to click open on the gate, and then we run down to the south side. Don't mistake that center one for the south side. That is the center, not south.
Yes,
So
that is what I did in my trial run, so we were going over this guide earlier.
Okay, get on one of the pressure pads,
missed it.
and we open the door. And I'll run north, so you go through that one, Luke.
Yep.
Hopefully we'll make this. It is pretty close. You should have run north, but oh well.
Yeah, I will.
Ah, I only just made it. That is insane. That is insane. The gate's almost closed, shut on me. Okay, so through Luke's side, I think is it mages and rangers that's over there, and on my side it's pretty much identical, but there are just loads of level 137 rock crabs. You want to range this door support, and you want to go up the ladder, not down, up. And we'll begin recording again in a sec. You want to rest here. Okie doke. Okay guys, so once you've rested, you want to pray ranged, and you want to head back into the cave. And then once you're in, you want to go down the ladder. And first thing you want to do is pray mage as soon as you get in. Now, this cave is just full of different monsters in each room. This room you pray ranged. You will get the hang of this over time, because you'll know which monsters give the which monsters do these attack style. So the ones that look like seals do the mage attack. The typical looking Dagannoths do the ranged attack and melee. And the mages hit pretty high through here, so I would be more cautious to pray mage than anything else. If you aren't sure on the pray switches for each room, I'd just pray mage the entire time, if anything.
Yep.
So continue to run all the way through here. Shortly we will get to the bursting lobs place, and there'll be a ladder when you head down, and you want to get behind there and rest, just so that you can run the rest of the way without having to walk and lose more life points. It is a bit of a trek.
It is. It's very. We try to look at the actual map that RuneScape has for it, but it's ridiculously hard to understand. So
yeah,
we thought he'd just show us. He would show you ourselves.
Yeah. I'm at the ladder myself, so there's actually someone here bursting lobs. Hide behind here and rest. The rock lobsters, if you end up being on a world where they don't, where there is no one here, there is always one just in front of this ladder, but it won't be able to attack you, as good common logic is that you can't hit through a ladder, so rock lobsters can't do that. Once you're 100%, you want to protect melee to get past the rock lobs. Oh, Luke taking ahead. I pray mage down here. We did pray range last time for these guys, but there are a couple of mages. Like, Walasalkis, that's what they're called. What kind of name is that? Okay, the ladder that you see there is the one we go down, but you want to run straight past it, down to the area over here, just so that you can rest, prep up, find a world, get your levels sorted and whatnot.
Alright, so we'll continue recording when we have 100% rest and have found a world. Okay guys, so I'm going to quickly show you how to check a world. Obviously this is 83, so it's non-loot share, so we won't be using it. But just so you guys know, I'm going to quickly do this. You're going to pray mage and head down the ladder, and you will see the Dagannoths there. You basically want to just jump straight back up again. See, I took quite a bit of damage there from the ranger. But all you want to do there is just basically just checking to see if the world's free and if people are already attacking the Dagannoths or not. Okay, so we have a free world. It is loot share. Obviously, you want to have be in a friends chat with whoever you're duoing with your loot share on before you go down. And, Xander, did you want to say quickly about if you're on curses?
Yeah. For the higher levels, you'll probably have curses. For this trip, I've intentionally taken them off as I've got Rigor, which is a ridiculously huge help towards killing Prime.
Yeah,
Is the major? I think that's right.
that is right. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Redeem myself there. So
Oh wow.
yeah, another Dagannoth. So that if you use Soul Split while you're here, I'd bring more super restores because during the kills, especially if your duo is quite high leveled and you kill them with plenty of time, you can soul split on the little creatures around the outside, and that really does restore your health to an extent where you would bring a hell of a lot more super restores than brews, and you would pretty much survive off the food that the Dagannoth Kings drop themselves. So yeah,
All right.
we're just going to get set up and with our overloads and whatnot, and then we'll start recording when we get in there. Okay, guys, we are going to head in right now. The method for this, what I find personally more the best method, is take out like for the first few kills while you're in here, and there are oh, you've got to kill all three. You want to take out the mage first. This is Dagannoth Prime. Once you've killed the Prime, you want to go straight into Protect from ranged, and you're going to want to put on your Piety, switch to your melee weapon, and kill Supreme. Get those claw specs out. There we go.
It's barely any
Once you've
point me
killed that,
specking this kill.
yeah. Once you've killed that, you want to switch to your mage and pray for melee and go straight onto Rex. This is pretty much the rotation you want to do. So you want to do Prime, Supreme, Rex, which is mage, ranged, and then melee. They're the methods that you want to kill them in. You always use the most offensive attack style with this current combat triangle. So melee is most effective against ranged, range is most effective against mage, and mage is most effective against melee. So once you've got these kills, there's no one in here now, and you want to get back onto your ranged and just get ready for Prime once again. This should now, within a few kills, set a perfect rotation, so that Prime spawns, and then as soon as you've killed Prime, the Supreme spawns, which is the Ranger, and then Rex should spawn. They will have spawned early because of how quick we killed them, but as there's gaps between each one, it will be fine. This is also a high population mode, I think, Luke.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, 5 is a big population mode.
Yeah, so I would recommend actually finding a low population world. Yeah, they're going to respawn really quickly here.
Wow.
So yeah.
Quick tip, guys. This is the only during the first when you're getting the rotation set up is the only time where you're going to take lots of damage. So a quick tip: if you're using overloads, if you just drink 1 dose of Ceradomin Brew, you don't have to drink a restore, as your overload will automatically. Oh wow, nearly got dropped there actually. As your overload will automatically boost you back up. So you just claw spec Rex, by the way.
Yes, I know. I know.
Yeah, so you won't have to worry about using restore, even though you should have enough restores obviously to last you, but it'd just be helpful to leave him for a bit so he gets a slow spawn.
Oh, I think I've just killed him. No. Oh, nice. I think, yeah, in high population it's not really going to matter.
The Supreme's just spawned. Oh god.
Hey guys, well that is a perfect tip from us right there. You're going to want to find a low population world if you want to duo efficiently.
Definitely.
So that is, without a doubt, the idea there. That's pretty much it. Drops here, very good. They are classed as uncommon, I think, rather than rare. Obviously, they drop what is expected from each class. So obviously Prime is Mage, so he drops the Seer's Ring. The Supreme, which is the Ranger, drops the Archer's Ring, and also Rex drops Berserker Ring, and Warrior Ring. In fact, I'm not sure if all of them drop Warrior Ring. Might just be Rex.
I think
All
it's
of them
just
drop,
Rex, but...
yeah, all of them drop Dragon Hatchets. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think we can wrap it up here, Luke.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this guide. So, yep, see, Prime just spawned, and we're already ready. Oh, Rex, sorry, and my overload's worn off, so...
One last thing. You're going to want to always make sure that you're in this corner up here. It's the last thing you want to do is have the Major and Ranger attacking you at the same time. It's really something that you don't want. And being in this corner stops that because the Ranger spawns on the other side of the room. But yeah, that's actually quite a vital tip to make sure that you're in this corner, which is the northeast corner of the room. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it from us. I hope you enjoyed the guide. We would normally show what kind of loots we got, and we will in future videos as well, but we just literally went to get the kills for the guide as we actually had a clan event to go to. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the guide.
Yep, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found it useful. I wish you the best of luck during the Dagannoth Kings. And if you have any ideas of other guides you'd like to see from us, then please leave them in the comment below. As always, if you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like. And if you want to see more from me and Xander, then subscribe. Of course, if you didn't like the video, then leave a dislike, but leave a comment to say why, of course. And that's all from me.
Yep, and that's all from me as well. Cheers for watching, guys.
See ya.